SBAR for vendor risk. Executive TPRM briefings in 2 minutes. Executives make fast, high-stakes decisions, so threat and third-party risk management briefings should be short, sharp, and action-oriented. A concise risk summary gives leaders the essentials they need without burying them in technical detail, enabling swift prioritization and allocation of resources. Remember, executives care about impact, how a vendor issue affects revenue, operations, reputation, or compliance, not the step-by-step process used to find the problem. The goal of a TPRM briefing is to present clear facts and recommended actions so leaders can make prompt decisions about risk acceptance, mitigation spending, or escalation. SBAR situation, background, assessment, recommendation is a compact framework that takes executives from facts to action in a predictable, reliable way. Start with the immediate headline. Situation. Provide only context that matters to decision-making. Background. Give a focused risk analysis from a business perspective, assessment, and finish with clear asks. Recommendation. This structure maps directly to executive thinking. What's happening, why it matters, what could go wrong, and what should we do? Using SBAR keeps briefings consistent across vendors and makes it easy for leaders to compare risks and decide quickly. The situation should be a single, punchy sentence that captures current status and urgency so an executive immediately understands the problem. Include the vendor name, the service or product involved, and a short snapshot of the issue. For example, a service outage, data exposure, or contract breach. Quantify the immediate impact. Are operations degraded, customers affected, or regulatory timelines at risk? This opening line sets the tone. If it's urgent, say so. If it's informational, make that clear. A strong situation reduces confusion and primes decision-makers for the context and recommendations that follow. Background should give executives the essential context that led to the situation. No technical deep dives. Include key facts like contract terms that matter to remediation, the vendor's role in critical operations, and any relevant history, such as prior incidents or audit findings. Note recent changes affecting risk, for example, a software update, staff turnover, or control failures, and list existing controls so leaders see what protections are in place. Be selective. Offer only what affects decisions, legal obligations, financial exposures, or timelines, not the technical investigation steps. The assessment condenses risk into business-centric terms. How likely is the issue to recur, and what are the potential consequences? Focus on exposure. Number of affected customers, operational hours lost, potential regulatory fines, and rate the severity relative to the organization's risk appetite. Highlight gaps in controls and any measurable metrics, such as increased failed transactions or elevated vulnerability counts. Where helpful, compare the risk to tolerated thresholds so executives can quickly see whether the situation is within acceptable limits or requires escalation and immediate investment to reduce exposure. Recommendations must be concrete and executable. Propose 1 to 3 specific actions, name the owners, and provide realistic timelines. Actions can include mitigation steps, contract changes, or temporary workarounds. State any resource asks, budget, legal support, third-party consultants, and whether escalation to the board or regulators is needed. Present decision options with a preferred choice and the consequences of each option so leaders can weigh trade-offs quickly. The clearer the ask, the easier it is for executives to approve, fund, or direct follow-up. For vendor updates, a one-slide SBAR per vendor keeps briefings short and scannable. Use bullets. Start with the situation headline, follow with 2 to 3 concise background facts that matter, provide a top-line assessment highlighting exposure and severity, and close with 1 to 3 recommended actions. Keep language business-focused and numeric where possible. Estimated impact, affected users, or remediation cost. And each slide with an explicit decision needed and a deadline, so executives know whether you need approval, additional resources, or just to note the risk for monitoring. Aim to deliver each vendor briefing in under 3 minutes using 1 slide per vendor. Brevity forces prioritization and clarity. Use business-focused language and quantify impact, dollars, downtime, customer count, or compliance risk. Avoid technical jargon. Translate implications into outcomes that matter to leadership. Close every briefing with a single, clear ask, a decision, approval for resources, or directional guidance, and specify a deadline. This disciplined approach ensures executives can make faster, better-informed decisions, and that TPRM becomes a strategic enabler rather than a reporting burden.